Hi, it's Heather. Um, I thought I'd take a quick moment while I'm watching bees to talk about the fall cleanup. Um, Back when I was primarily a gardener, I used to really, it wasn't like you stress out about fall pickup, but there's almost like I don't know, what do you call it? Peer pressure. I've got 5 leaves out on the lawn. I got to go get those so the neighbors don't think I'm a slacker or something. Um, and it kept you busy, but I think for homeowners, the fall cleanup is, it can be a lot of work. Um, so yeah, we gotta keep the leaves out of the gutters and stuff. But you know what? There are places where leaves should be. And, you know, having them stick around uh, in the garden, or at least making places in yards, whether, it's a private home or even a condo uh, or apartment complex. If we make places to leave leaves, um, it can be a lot less work. But not only that, um, we will be able to help feed the soil. Uh, we can um, provide habitat for um, overwintering insects of various kinds. Um, and not to mention, we've talked about before, just protecting the soil. But so, we want to leave the leaves in such a way that, we can keep it kind of good looking. Um, and, I have to admit, this has taken me a while to get used to. It's been an experiment. It's not how I used to garden, but it does work. So, um, but the other thing, you know, which I'm also new to, is leaving all the dang stems. Um, I this idea that gardens, from fall onwards should be, just these barren, clean landscapes. Um, it's really time consuming, um, but we're also kind of destroying, uh, places where insects lay their eggs. There are a lot of perennial stems that native bees, like mason bees are great to have around. They don't have stingers. They're some of our earliest pollinators. So, if you have peaches and plums and apples and pears, you're going to want to have mason bees around. So, stems like echinacea, um, hibiscus, um, we want to leave these guys. I'll be leaving the aster seedlings, or aster stems also. Um, anyway, the mason bees uh, lay their eggs in the stems. And so, if we're shredding everything and throwing everything in the garbage, we're kind of throwing out a lot of insects that, should be here, and we should be making a place for them. Um, the, the one thing, too, peonies. um, I think I will probably cut my peony stems down this year. I do have one kind that does seem to get the Botrytis blight. So, uh, if you have plants that have disease, um, removing the diseased plant material can help prevent disease in coming years. So that's one thing. So too, if you do have fruit trees and say you had a hard time with cedar apple rust this year, it was kind of bad here. Um, Picking up those diseased leaves will be important to break the disease cycle. But so we've got leave the leaves and leave the stems. Another thing, as far as keeping leaves goes, is when you leave the stems in place of, your hibiscus and your echinacea, that's going to help keep the leaves that you're leaving in place. So, they're not flying all over the place and you don't get, exposed areas where you don't want them. As well as, your neighbors might not love having your leaves in their yard. But, if you need ideas on how things should look, in the fall and the winter, maybe take a hike or a walk, go to a forest, go to a park and see how things should look. And, can you come up with ways to kind of copy that? Anyway, what I noticed last year is the fall was just so much more relaxing. It just a little bit of work with a broom and a rake, and it's a lot quieter. It's a lot less fatigue. It you you have time to enjoy things, and then plus you're going to be helping your plants and the critters who should be enjoying your plants. So yeah. Anyway, I'm loving these calico asters so much. Um, they're just sweet. So anyway, I know in Bloomington, the city is no longer going to be picking up leaves, and that may be kind of a steep learning curve for people. So, if you have any questions about, managing the fall cleanup, let me know, and I'll share with you what I've come up with. And we rolled the compost back and started a new aster bed. Very excited about that. But yeah, so it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's doable. And I've got a lot of leaves and a lot of trees, and it's just me doing it. So I can share with you what I know if you have any questions. But anyway, yeah. Enjoy your fall gardens or your fall forests, and yeah, thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.